Hi, we are the Mums of Furries. I'm Carrie.
I'm Joelle.
Thanks for stopping by. We are at Furry Weekend Atlanta 2026.
Yeah, it's our 5th Furry Week in Atlanta, which is amazing and wonderful, and it gets better every year. Like all of the conventions we do, I think they improve every year while you throw your phone on the floor. Okay, we might just keep that in.
That way. I'm coming in, girl.
Okay.
Shout out to Franny, who always takes amazing care of us. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Franny works so hard for this con to be a good convention. So, yeah, all panels, everything, just
wonderful.
And amazing.
Yep.
Always busy.
Yep,
But
and the
also,
Hilton has been great too.
The Hilton has been fantastic.
Yep.
It's been a good experience. Like I said, it gets better every year.
Today we wanted to talk about something. So we were asked a question yesterday, and a question we get asked frequently. So we thought we'll just do a quick video about it.
Right, because we want to make sure that we're very clear on our answer to this. So, what we get asked a lot is, and typically it's from other moms, but parents who want to do what we do. That's what they ask. How can we do what you do?
And I think it comes from them appreciating the space and seeing the positive experience that the kids are having, the young adults, and their parents or their adults that are with them.
Right, and we really appreciate that. But we say no. And the reason we wanted to talk today about why we say no, and because we wanted it to be clear. We don't want to we're not gatekeeping. We want to share the positivity of the fandom, but there are some reasons why we specifically say no when it is trying to extend or mimic or replicate what we do as Moms of Furries.
Yeah, so we are very, very protective of this community. It has been a part of our lives for years now, and we have worked so hard to cultivate our understanding, our own growth and appreciation, and what we do, what we have found that is impactful to the community.
Right, so we've been doing this for 8 years. We have intentionally built a space that is judgment-free, and that really is here for this specific community that we understand. It's not one that we've just kind of really liked, and we really dove into the community for 8 years ago. And people trust us. They know that when they come to a Moms of Furry space, it's safe, but it's safe in a way that it allows you to bring who you are. It is not only safe for children, like in the general appropriateness, whatever, but you are safe to talk to us about anything. We do not judge. As long as you are respectful of the other attendees, we want you to feel as though you belong. And that's what we've cultivated.
Yes, and so every young furry chill space, we want to be warm, inviting, engaging, safe, inclusive, and be an experience to chat with us. But we recognize that not every space is a young furry chill space. We are very intentional about what we bring and where we bring it.
Right. We know that other cons have different youth tracks sometimes.
And we love that.
And that we support anyone who wants to support this community. But that is not Moms of Furries. Moms of Furries is very unique. It was very intentional. We have purposefully built what we do here, and
that takes a lot of preparation.
It does take a lot of preparation. So we wanted to go through, just for those of you who are not truly familiar with what we do, I'm going to show you some activities that we offer, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how that's not all our young furry chill spaces. But as we go through, I want to tell you sort of how we got here. Very first thing we did. So just a very quick recap of who we are. Back in, late 2017, our kids came to us to take them to a furry convention. In January of 2018, we did all of the various stereotypical parent things, like you don't understand what it is, panic, right? Our kids, you could see our other videos on YouTube, that's my new accent, I guess. On YouTube, you can see those things to get the full story. But long story short, our kids convinced us to go for a long weekend, and it really changed our lives because we had this intense...
Profoundly for the better.
But initially, we had this intense connection to our kids in an understanding that in a very unique environment, and we saw that other parents weren't getting that, so we wanted to reach out to parents. It ended up that we connected with the young furries and the young adults that wish they would have had this, and now we have evolved to where we have a lot more parent involvement.
And I think that that's important to note, because we thought when we were making our first video that our audience would be the parents.
Yeah.
But overwhelmingly, it was the kids that came to us and said, I don't feel safe chatting about this with my family. I don't know how to bring up the conversation. I don't know what to say, and I don't know even where to start. So we realized that there was a great need.
Yes. And because of our professional career, we're able to intertwine hard conversations in very welcoming and opening and listening perspectives. And that's what we have done repeatedly over the years. So, but what it started with was the recognition that not all kids have money to commission art. Not all parents can invest in more than even just say, if a parent invests in bringing their kid to a convention, that's huge. So,
Well, even if the youth has money to make a purchase as a child, it needs to come to your home or a place. You need to have parental consent generally just to make a purchase.
But what, yes. And so what we thought, the biggest thing that we noticed early on were badges of fursonas, because it's an easy way for someone who has a fursona, wants to feel like they're part of the fandom, but it's not a ton of monetary investment. But it could cost, you could pay $100 for an artist to commission your fursona badge, easy. And so for us, for when we were creating the Moms of Furries chills, or the Young Furry Chill Space, the first thing we wanted to offer were badge making opportunities.
So that everybody can have a badge.
Right. So here is an example of one of the badges we offer now. This comes into just a blank that has been colored in. And then we offer backgrounds, and we do.
And art has been donated to us through relationships we've been able to build within the community, which is again a call out to our relationship and our intentional efforts within the community.
So yes, this is just one of many, many different types of species that we have, and different artwork. We have 3 different artist type, I think, here. Anyway, so this was our base thing to offer, because everybody should get a badge. Everybody every young furry at a convention should have the ability to wear a badge.
And it remains our number one craft.
After 8 years, it is our most popular. I wonder,
behind Jenga is right behind it.
Yeah, but we have never really counted each time. But I would love to say, like, if we went back and talked about the supplies that we've purchased,
tens of thousands of badges throughout the 8 years, and we're really proud of that. So another thing that we do that's kind of in line with the same thing, we have button makers, and we've had supplies donated for button makers. This is one of the badge arts used as a button, to create a button instead of a badge. So, and then we have pronoun. And one of my colleagues that I worked with created this art. We have all different kinds of pronoun blanks that they can fill in and color in however they want, or they can start from scratch. But so this is again part of the connections that we have made with artists.
Right, and so this is actually a really great example of what we have evolved each time. We respond to the needs of what we're told, what we are told our needs. So pronouns are really especially important in the Young Furry Chill Space, because sometimes this is where parents learn that maybe their kids are not identifying with their assigned pronouns. So we've had a lot of conversations over the years with parents and with young furries about identity specifically.
What are some of the other things they might see here?
So here's another thing that we evolved to satisfy a need within, and this was an evolution early on, but it was probably our second or third Young Furry Chill Space very early on. We realized that conventions can be overly stimulating to everybody, right? So we have noise canceling headphones that we bring to every Young Furry Chill Space. So if there is a young furry or parent who just needs some quiet, they can borrow those. They can go sit, get on their phone. We've had young furries just take a nap in the corner. And we do that because that was a response to a need.
And as we have evolved, we've seen that there is really a large need for that quiet, that calming space. So oftentimes we'll partner with our conventions because one room isn't enough. And so we will have a dedicated space just for that quiet downtime that people need. And furries need it time and time again.
So we have 2 conventions that we are, I mean,
They're regular.
we are there we have a West Coast and an East Coast convention every year.
Should we shout them out?
Yes. So our flagship Young Furry Chill Space happened at Anthro Northwest in 2018, November of 2018. That was the very first Young Furry Chill Space.
Shout out to the chairman of that convention who really got us started in thinking that we could do this and lighting the fire
Absolutely.
for the Young Furry Chill Space.
Absolutely. And we continued that space at Anthro Northwest. If you ever want to take your young furry to a convention, we definitely recommend coming there because our space is amazing.
Yes, and come say hello to us because we absolutely adore that. Yes, we want to meet you.
And then our other very special every year is FWA. Furry Week in Atlanta, we partnered with, as we said, 5 years ago, and they are fantastic. And it's such a different vibe, but it's also the Young Furry Chill Space, as conventions can vary greatly in what they offer and the whole entire vibe. One may feel more party, one may feel more arts-based, but the Young Furry Chill Space is quite consistent. The big difference is Young Furry or Furry Week in Atlanta, and we think it might be because it's always Mother's Day weekend, but we always have, that's where the dads bring the kids.
We do see a lot more dads here, which we absolutely love.
We have a group that met 3 years ago, and they developed a friendship then, and then since then, they meet here, they do the con stuff together, they go out to eat, like it's their
And they said
weekend.
it was their 3-year anniversary of just being friends, and so the kids meet up again. We've seen it with our own kids. And not to get off topic, but what we're illustrating is not just shouting out these conventions, but the partnerships that we've built with them and the relations to kind of bring home our message that it isn't just something you would
can't just throw it
franchise
together.
out.
We can't, yeah, and we're once again very protective. So I want to just talk about some things that we do with conventions. For those of you who have not gone and those of you who have gone, each convention has a theme. And so we try to do something that's coordinating with that theme each convention. And so these are things, and sometimes we get too many supplies and we bring them for future conventions. But
they always work.
I believe the flower crowns were for a nature enchanted forest convention.
And we have just a few left. So if you're here, come get one.
Come and grab them because we are, and we've had notebooks. We tease. We may have over purchased.
We did over order
procure.
Those
Because I think
were
we had
some
donations.
Yeah. And I think that we only have left over because those were missed. They were underneath the flower crowns.
Right, but we had boxes of them, and we have taken them to several conventions, and they are popular every single one. So that is one thing that kind of translates theme. Anyway, so that's something we do, themed activities. But we also have this that has been a response to a need. We have long straws.
Why do you need long straws?
Well, we give them out specifically to young fursuiters. So if they need to have a drink of water while they're in suit, they can't take their suit off. They can just use the straw and drink from a water bottle or a cup. Anyway, and so that also has been a response to a need. And one more thing before that, we have parents that come every year. We have at Anthro Northwest, we have a few parents that have come to our space.
We've definitely developed
8 years.
friendships.
Yes.
At both conventions.
But they want to support.
Well, at all the conventions. Go ahead, sorry.
They want to support us and what we do. And so there's one thing common about any time you have a convention or a trade show or something where people want to get together and they have a lot of activity, but you forget to take a shower. And everybody's 621 rule. If you don't know what it is, look at our other videos, talk to somebody, look it up. Very important. But in partnering with the 621, we also have donations of deodorant and some sanitizing wipes, just in case you need a quick fix.
And maybe you did take a shower in the morning, but you just need a refresh.
Or maybe you forgot
we go
your
hard
deodorant.
during convention.
Yeah.
Or, yes, you forgot your suitcase at home.
So over the years, we've had some catastrophes. Like one of us
Forgot their entire suitcase at
all
home.
clothing, everything at home. Brought
But
all
you know
of
what?
the
If I was
Rachel
going to
space.
forget something, I'm glad it was the clothing and
Instead
not
of the supplies.
Yes, because those are more unique.
Right. And we do travel with a lot. We actually have, over the years, we've been able to do kind of an East Coast hub and a West Coast hub. So our main supplies stay, we have them split. Anyway, so another thing that we've done, rough sheets, those in the fandom understand what a rough sheet is, but parents coming in do not. So we've created this Create a Fursona rough sheet.
So proud of this.
And it's really just a basic kind of rough sheet formation to name for your name and species, for colors, your art if you can draw it, personality and features. And we've watched, it's been fantastic because we've watched parents who are kind of weirded out by the whole thing, but willing to bring,
understandable.
which is, I mean, it's just a process.
If you don't know what it is and you have questions, it's fair.
It's process, but willing to bring their kids to conventions, which we love. But we've watched the kids, the young furry kids, with their parents go through and help their parents kind of create fursonas. And by the end of the weekend, I know, but then by the end of the weekend, they have ears on and they're like talking about things and getting pictures with people and furries. And it's just another thing that we have built throughout the years of doing this, which is why that circles back to why we say no when parents come to us and say, we want to do Moms of Furries, because we're
the Moms of Furries.
But we've cultivated it over years.
Yep.
Over years. And what we do say yes to, though, we want to talk about what we say yes to. We definitely want more and more and more and more and more people to support the community. We say yes to get out there, volunteer at conventions. Every single convention needs volunteers.
Get involved.
You cannot have too many people volunteering at the convention. It's just not possible. So get involved. Take your kid if you can. Talk to your kid about their interests. Be open to listening to what they're going to tell you, because we say it. We've said it probably 1,000 times over the years. If your kid cannot talk to you about furry, there are more important things that they are not talking to you about.
Go to a panel. Host a panel.
Host a panel. You know, if you have something to say, apply to host a panel. We also, for Moms of Furries, if you want to volunteer in our space, register with the convention, ask to be assigned to us, but just know we're also very particular about who volunteers, just like we're particular about everybody else, because it isn't just about protecting youth. It's about protecting identity and having a safe space. People trust us. When it's Moms of Furries on the name, they trust that it is a judgment-free, safe space to come to.
And so what I would love to hear, and I know
Yes.
Joelle feels the same, is how can I support what you do, not how can I do what you do.
Right. That would be great. And we always appreciate where it comes from. And
Yes,
the reason
it comes from love.
the reason we even considered doing this video is because we don't want it to sound like I said, gatekeeping, or that we're just trying to be, oh no, it's not that. We've worked really hard.
It just comes up a lot.
And we appreciate the enthusiasm, but it takes a lot more than enthusiasm. It's hard work. Preparing to come is weeks, if not months in advance. Actually, the being here, I mean, those who have been very close to what we do over the weekend understand that we get sometimes 5 hours of sleep over the weekend, depending on what's going on and what we're committed to do and what we need to do. And sometimes we don't know until we're here. So it takes a lot, and we appreciate you. We appreciate every single parent that's ever asked to do what Moms of Furries does, or to do, be part of it.
Every conversation.
We love that, and we do appreciate you so much, and we want you to support your young furry. Please do. We just have to say no to Moms of Furries because it's something that we will always be that protective of. But, well,
and we are the Moms of Furries.
And
well, I just mean it is the logo is us. It is our likeness. So if somebody were to go under the logo of Moms of Furries, it literally represents the two of us.
Right. Well, because
That's
early
all I
on,
mean.
that's how we named it. Right. But we are so serious about what we do here. We have recently we've formalized what we do, and Moms of Furries is now core programming under
Cat Dragon, our nonprofit foundation.
Yep.
Yay!
Yep. So you'll see Cat Dragon Foundation a lot. We are now a nonprofit, and we chose to do Cat Dragon obviously as a nod to furry, and Moms of Furries will always be Moms of Furries. But what we're doing is expanding into more organizations and the professional sphere as support. We're going to do what we do, but we're going to do it for early career or underrepresented people out in the world. And we're going to try to teach leaders how to lead better.
Yes, and we do have a board of directors. We do welcome support of Cat Dragon Foundation. Shout out to our board of directors. We're very happy with our team, and we think that it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So we're so invested in this that we have actually formalized, and we have standards and governance. Like we've grown up, and it's taken 8 years. So like, if you want to do something like we do, know that you're in it for the long haul. And
we wish you the very best.
We do. And if you want tips and tricks or whatever, reach out to us. We will tell you some mistakes we've made, because you will make mistakes.
Absolutely.
But
and if you want to support what we do.
Yeah, always. And in the meantime, if you are really, truly ready to commit and support this community, volunteer at your local convention. So that's what we see. That's why we say no. And we just wanted to share that. And we also wanted to share a little bit more about what we do and the fact that we have now become a nonprofit. We are a Cat Dragon Foundation. And
if you are in our space at any convention, you belong, and we're happy you're here, and we hope that you will come talk to us, because we love meeting you, and we want to hear any suggestions or questions you might have, any way that you want to get involved. We are always happy to help.
And we are always growing our space. So if you see a need, we will want to fill a need. I don't know if anybody knows Big Weld, but see a need, fill a need. And I wanted to say that, what else did I want to say? There was one more thing I wanted to tell you guys.
Let me check our list. We do have a list. We want to make sure we cover everything.
Let's see. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Duh, big news. We have agreed. It's not all concrete and confirmed yet, but we have made the commitment to be at a new convention the first weekend of October. So there will be more to come about that. But we will be
and we're hoping to do a repeat of a convention in September, so wish us luck on that one.
So there are a few new things coming down the line soon, so stay tuned.
All right. Thank you for stopping by and listening to us. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yes. Bye.